my Chinese name is Liu Yongqi. My family name Liu, very common name in China, but it's hard for many of you to remember Chinese name. So my English name is Peter. Okay, it's easy. Call me Peter. All right. Okay. Our driver is Mr. Li. Li. In China, we call driver. How say respectfully? We say 师傅. 师傅. Something like a master who teach you kung fu like that. But here, that means exactly like that. Just show politely. Okay. 李师傅. Call driver Mr. Li. 李师傅. Li. Mr. Li. 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 Okay. Very good. I'm very glad to be your guide. I'm very glad to be your guide in Beijing only half a day, one day today. Okay, I'll take you to the Great Wall. That's my main task, main job. Okay. Just now we were hesitating for the further information, due to the weather, it's going to rain. Actually, last night the Great Wall already officially announced it's closed. Now we're still waiting for the further information. Is going to open or not? What time? So now before the formal information, we are approaching to the Great Wall. Maybe when we get there, around 10 or 11, we will be allowed to enter in. I hope so. I think 90% is going to be like that. You see the weather? It's okay, right? It's not going to have a heavy rain or something. In Beijing, we used to have some disaster last summer because of the storm. Because the mountain, the Great Wall is on the mountain, so many accidents happened there. Some people died. So that's why, because of the slide. After the storm, the mountain, some hills slide like that. So this year is quite strictly controlled. We just get into the beginning of the mountain. That's the Great Wall already. Okay, the Great Wall was defense for the emperor to keep nomadic tribes away to the northern one. That's why he built the military defense there. Okay. So we are waiting for the further information. But anyhow, when we park at the first parking lot there, you can go to use toilet there. Anyhow, just nearby you already see the Great Wall. Okay, and at least you can see the Great Wall today. Because I asked Lulu, you will not have more chances for the coming days. You have more other jobs to visit in other college or school, something, other meeting or lessons or something. Okay, so this is possibly that's the only one chance. That's why we try to switch to other day. It's hard or impossible. Okay, hope you understand. We are trying our best to make you to realize the wish to get on the wall. What's that?
Yes.
Nothing happened. Anything?
I thought the car was self-driving.
The car is still driving.
I thought the car was self-driving.
I see. No problem. Okay. Today is a Sunday. Actually, the traffic is good. Not like the working day from tomorrow on. Working day from Monday. That will be quite a lot of heavy traffic in Beijing. So Beijing is a big city in China. May I ask? Do you know the population of Beijing? No? Guess? Try to guess. 30 million? My goodness. That's not. Okay. Another city, which is called Chongqing, is 31 million. Beijing is 21 million. 21 million. You're right. You're closer. So last time people will say Shanghai is the biggest city in China, but now no more. I said Chongqing is the biggest one. Do you know the city Chongqing? Oh, in the middle of China, there is one Yangtze River. on Changjiang River. In the middle of the Changjiang River, near Sichuan province, that's called the Chongqing. Chongqing is a mountain city. The population there is 31 million. Maybe it's the biggest one or second biggest one. The biggest one should be Tokyo. I'm not sure. Or Los Angeles. I'm not sure. It's sad like that. So Chongqing is the biggest one. Why? Because China built a huge dam at the Yangtze River. Have you heard of that? The Three Gorges Dam. It blocked the river, make the river rise a lot. So many people live at two sides of the river, move to higher place to Chongqing. So that made the city with a population of 31 million. It used to be part of Sichuan province. Something like 22 years ago, it separated from Sichuan province. It became another special autonomous city directly under the direction or administration of the central government. Like the capital is Beijing, another one Shanghai, and Tianjin. Very good, Tianjin. Then the fourth one is Chongqing. The four special cities directly under the administration of the central government. Okay, so Chongqing is the biggest. Shanghai is 26 million people. The second biggest. 第二大城市. Then Beijing is the third one, 21. Another one is nearby. Another huge city is called Tianjin. Have you been there? Yeah, you have been there. About 120 kilometers to the southeast of Beijing. There. It's an industrial and commercial city near the sea. So the port is very important there. So that's the four biggest city, okay, in Beijing. This is the capital, as you know. Have you been to other attraction these days? Oh, you have been to Qingdao. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Right there. I like the seashore. I like the red roofs, green trees, and the blue sea. Okay, very nice there. Qingdao. You've been to Laoshan Mountain? Laoshan? Okay, it's famous for the spring water there. And Qingdao is famous for beer, Qingdao beer. Okay, Qingdao 啤酒. 好喝吗? Nice, very nice. Okay, it's a very beautiful coastal city to the east. Excuse me. How did you go there? By bullet train? By plane? By plane. Okay. We have many lines of a bullet train from Beijing to different cities, different directions there. Okay. Good. Except Qingdao, I mean in Beijing. Have you been to other tour attraction like Forbidden City? No, I know very hard to buy ticket. It's very hard, to a travel agent, we want to make money from a customer, but sometimes in Beijing, now in summer vacation, we have to refuse. If they no, sorry, we cannot get the ticket because of this. We lost a lot of business. Too hard. This is summer vacation. Most of Chinese parents and their children travel to many parts of China. Not only Beijing, Shanghai, Yunnan, everywhere is across there. Okay, big city. It's no other choice. Next month will be better. September and October, that's the best season to travel in China. But students start to study, go back to school. Okay, so that's why it's hard. Then we have the other famous tour attraction in Beijing, like Temple of Heaven. Have you been there? Tiantan. Oh, you have been there. Good. That's the main building for the emperors of Ming and Qing to worship the god in the old time. 600 years ago, same time like Forbidden City. Forbidden City was the residence for the emperors of Ming and Qing 600 years ago. And the other beautiful garden is called the Summer Palace. Any people been there? No. Oh, you have been there. Beautiful garden with the lakes. That's a copy of the West Lake in Hangzhou. But it's for Qing Dynasty only 270 years ago. Okay, so major one. Have you been to Tiananmen Square? No? The other time you can take subway to Tiananmen Square there. But you need to also book the permits beforehand. No, even the square, urban square, data 1 day before. You suppose, phone, you can book, make appointment previously, put your name and the passport number, you can go there. But also many people are waiting for there. You waiting for the security check, maybe for 1 hour there. Long lines there. Okay, so that's the major two attraction in Beijing. But the most important one among them, the most important one is the Great Wall. Okay, that's why Chinese college arrange you to go there. Okay, today, we just meet a little bit trouble because of the weather. But I believe we can get inside, or at least we can get there to see it by your own eyes there. Okay, so that's a Great Wall. So Beijing is a big city. It's a capital. That's key cities in China. Majorly include Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen, and Guangzhou. Have you heard of Shenzhen, the city? Yes. Shenzhen is the one closer, very southern, closer to Hong Kong. Because the location is good, it's one of the first 4 testing city when China first opened the door to the world. We introduced the Western system economically into China. So the capitalism was allowed since 1978. Before that, during Mao Zedong's time, China closed the door, that. After Mao died in 1976, 2 years later, Deng Xiaoping came to the power. China's central government started to make the decision, open the door to the whole world, start a reform at home. You know that. So that's why China became economy kept going up very rapidly. Now China already become the second economy in the world, just after the States, right? Only because of the major policy of the door policy. So Shenzhen was one of the 4 testing cities. Testing what? Testing the economy way of making China richer. Okay, since it's close to Hong Kong, so many people from Hong Kong, from Taiwan, from Malaysia, Singapore, and from America, Japan, European countries, they came to Shenzhen, Shekong, Shantou, Zhuhai, 4 cities to invest there. Then later on, other cities of China gradually opened the door. Along the east coast, that's the major cities open the door. Like you have been to Qingdao, Dalian, Tianjin, Shanghai, Xiamen, Guangzhou, along the east coast. That's the 4 cities, areas open to the world, open to other countries. So in China, even now, you will say, which part is the rich one? East Coast. East Coast country. Our major industry is concentrated at the East Coast area. So that can be, we can say, East Coast can be rich like European countries. Then the middle one, comparatively poorer. But the situation is not bad. Since we have most of the farming land at the middle one. Farming, we produce rice, wheat, prawns, the major food for people. We have a lot of population, as you know. We used to be the biggest one, 1.4 billion. But now India has more people than in China, but still a little bit same. By the way, to the left-hand side, we're passing by the stadium over there. That's for tennis, Olympic Games. Over there, that's Beijing Olympic Park. Olympic Park. In the year 2008, we had the Beijing Olympic Games just right over there. Afternoon today, you are going to have to see the show of acrobatics. It's near there. You pass by there again. So leave it. What I mean is, in the middle part of China is also developed country, developed area. To the west and northwest is poorest in China. Thanks to the northwest is Xinjiang. You know Xinjiang? Uyghur district there. Uyghur people, Muslim there, and the desert majorly there. So not many farming land for people to produce food. Southwest is Tibet, Tibet mountain snows there. It's rich of mine, but not for food. So people there is rare, less, and poorer. Okay, that's the situation. So the east coast, the major city, Beijing, the southeast, Shanghai, to the southern one is Shenzhen and Guangzhou. Guangzhou is famous things in the history. Okay, that's the situation. I believe that before you come to China, you already study a lot of the basic information on China. All right, thank you very much. And I heard you're from a few countries, right? I believe you're from Bulgaria. Some are from Bulgaria. Some are from Mongolia. Where? Behind there. Some are from, from Egypt. Where? Ethiopia. Oh, good. Ethiopia also good for run. Okay, Olympic run. Usually Kenya or Ethiopia, you always win the gold medal for Olympic Games there. Okay, very good. I admire you there. Okay, who are from Egypt? Okay, good. Good. You too.
Sierra Leone, West Africa.
South Africa.
Sierra Leone, West Africa.
Okay. Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
Okay, Sierra Leone. West Africa. I know that one. Very hot in your country.
Much hotter than China.
Beijing is more hot. It's hotter, right? That's right. You are very good. But anyhow, we have 4 seasons. Okay. Sierra Leone maybe a whole year around the summer. Only 2 seasons. Like the dry season and the rainy season. Good. And the other, Burundi. Okay. Good. Nice to meet you, Burundi. Also good at running, I think, right? So I haven't been to these countries. Where? Afghanistan, our neighborhood. Okay, hello, welcome. And you? Where? Afghanistan. Okay, I said good. So welcome our neighborhood. You are you're next to Xinjiang, right? Okay, very good. So I haven't been to many other countries of you, but I have been to Egypt. I have been to Egypt 7 times. 7 times. Yeah, I'm the tour leader. I take a Chinese group to visit Egypt there. I have been to many cities of Egypt. Luxor. Cairo. Oh, you're from Luxor. Okay. Cairo, the Nile, Absin Bay. Yes, many cities there. I haven't been to other countries. Ethiopia, that's one of my plans before the COVID-19 disease. Before that one, we are almost start to travel there, but the disease start. It's also influenced Africa, influenced the whole world, Europe, every place, right? China got strongly influenced, the COVID-19. So many cities shuttered, many city blocks shuttered, closed like that. Luckily, now it's open. It's open. So that's why we have so many friends from different countries there. Welcome everyone to visit Beijing. Okay, good. So if you have any question about Beijing or China, ask me please. All right. 请问我问题，如果你喜欢。Ask me question if you like. All right. I know you are. Oh, may I ask, how many years have you been studying Chinese? In your own country? Start from your own country? How many years? 1, 2, 3 years already? 4 years already. Very good.
3 years.
您学中文多少年了？4年了。
3年了。
4 years. Okay, good. Thank you. So I studied English. Since we were in the middle school. Before China opened the door. Before that one, we started the English ABCD from the basic one already. But during those years, we didn't know when are we going to use English. For what? Well, Chinese speak English for what? But later on, in 1978, we luckily opened the door. So after 1980s, suddenly thousands, billions of foreigners come to China to visit. So we need many English speaking guide, French speaking, Japanese speaking, Spanish speaking guides to receive the tourists from whole world. So China's tourism blossom, like that one. So since then, I became the guide. So I start to work as a guide since I was a young boy, but now I'm the father of young boy. Okay, so many years. So I received what was that? Oh, that's the subway, the bullet train station from here to the Great Wall, or even to the further one. This is the outskirt of Beijing, the northern one. We are moving from the northern part of Beijing from your school, then to the north, then turn northwest. This direction. I believe we need another half an hour or 40 minutes to get to the Great Wall there. Okay. So I'd like to give you some background information of the Great Wall first. Okay. So before the foreigner come to China, they know something basic information about China. Like when you mention China, you must think of Great Wall, giant panda. China is a big country with a large population, like this. Okay, China is the biggest developing country. Now it's the second economy in the world, just after United States. Okay, like this. Of course, more detailed information. You have got, or you are learning. You can watching TV. You can watch TV. You can read paper, read books, get more information. Okay. But Great Wall is really the symbol of our ancient civilization. Things came into being about 2,000 years ago. When you learn Chinese history, they are one period which is called warring states. Warring state. It's called 战国时期, 战国 warring, fighting. There are many states in the northern part of China. They separated, they independent, but they all fought each other. But they all built the walls along the bullet train. It reduced the speed. It's going to reach the station. Trains, usually the speed is around 250 or 320 kilometers per hour. From Beijing to Shanghai, only 4 hours 30 minutes. 1,200 kilometers, 4 hours 30 minutes. Last time we need to spend 13 hours, but now only 4 hours 30 minutes. And 2 years later, we are going to have the bullet train is reached to 400 kilometers per hour. Now we have already in Shanghai, but only from the city downtown of Shanghai to the airport, to the Pudong airport. That's already 420 kilometers per hour. That's a maglev train. In a maglev train, it runs above the track, not on the track, above it. 磁悬浮列车, maglev train there, just above that. That's the fastest train in the world. So usually here, it's not so fast, 250 or 300 kilometers per hour. Okay, it's quite already well. We have the best bullet train system in the world now. We have the longest one and very convenient to reach major cities across China. Okay. So in the history, we have one period which is called the Warring States. That's about 2,000 years ago. There were 7 kingdoms in the northern. They were called Qi, Chu, Yan, Han, Zhao, Wei, Qin. 7 kingdoms. 战国七雄. 7 kingdoms in warring states. They all built the walls along their territories to keep the neighbor enemies coming. When they found enemies, they would fight on the wall by shooting arrows or throwing stones like this. Okay? The wall first came into being as a military defense. But by the year of 221 before BC, 221 BC, the king of Qin Kingdom became very strong. He fight with the next or neighbor countries, get a good relationship with distant kingdoms. Gradually, the king unified the northern part of China into one huge feudal society, a feudal country. The king's name is called Yin Zheng. He named himself as the first emperor of China. So in the history, we call him Qin Shi Huang, or Shi Huangdi, means beginning emperor of China since Qin dynasty. That's the meaning, Qin Shi Huang. Okay, after Qin Shi Huang unified China in the year 221 BC, he made a lot of important orders. Like he ordered to unify the laws, he unified the weight and the measure, he unified the written characters. Different country has different way to write. The very original one is difficult to write. Different kingdom has different way. And when he unified, he said, "Nice, whole country make write in one style." So during his time, it's called 小篆. Very hard to write. Now we don't use it anymore. What we are using now, you are learning one, is a square-shaped one, right? It's from Han Dynasty. It's gradually making to one style, very regular to write, easy to remember. So we call it Hanzi since Han Dynasty. Okay, Hanzi, written character since Han Dynasty. So he unified the written character, he unified the laws, unified the weight and measure. How long is 1 meter? How long is 1 foot? How heavy is 1 jin? Jin means half kg, like that. Okay, so made a lot of laws. And one of his important order was to link up those separate Great Wall into one piece and extend them to 2 directions. To the east, it reached to Shanghai Guan, the pass near the seashore. It doesn't have an air. Nope, not blowing or not strong. 有冷气吗？有，那它不在。是 too strong or not strong？ 堵住了。是我说的太大了，是杂音吗？还是怎么样？回音，有点回音是吧？echoing。sorry。Maybe I speak too loud. Okay. All right. Where was I? He unified the country. One of his important order was to link up those separate Great Wall into one piece. To the east, it can reach to Shanghai Guan Pass near the seashore, near the Bohai Bay. Liaoning province from Beijing to the east, about 330 kilometers, you can reach to Qinhuangdao city. Shanghai Guan Pass is called the Dragon Head, 龙头, Dragon Head. To the west, it reached to Jiayu Guan Pass, in the desert. Even to the northern one, it almost reached Afghanistan. Over there, that direction, I mean Xinjiang, over there. Okay, it's so long. So, how long is the Great Wall? From the east to the west, traveling in the mountain, cross the desert, cross the river and the lake. Remember, how long is the Great Wall? It's very important. 6,200 kilometers. 6,200 kilometers. According to Chinese, li is times 2. It's more than 10,000 li long wall. So we call it 万里长城, means more than 10,000 li long wall. That came to the longest wall or military defense in the world. Okay? Some people says total length is 6,700 kilometers, even longer, because different kings or rulers from different dynasty added more section of the Great Wall. The Great Wall, remember, was not only built by Qin Shi Huang himself, not one emperor. After him, more emperors from Han Dynasty, Tang Dynasty, Song Dynasty, Ming Dynasty also added more section of the Great Wall. So Great Wall was not only built by Qin Shi Huang, one person. Many other dynasties added more section of the Great Wall. So there are branches. So different calculation got different results like that. But for you, just remember more than 6,200 kilometers. That's okay. It's already good. All right. So that became a huge wonder in the world. You know, one of the 7 wonders in the world, right? So it became the symbol of our ancient civilization. The major purpose was to keep nomadic tribes away to the northern one. Especially the one today we are going to visit was from Ming Dynasty. Ming was the last but the second dynasty in China. To the northern one, there were Huns, like Wala people. They were nomadic tribes living in the grassland. They were short of food. They quite frequently invaded to the southern one to rob food, rob silk, rob jewelry like that. So a lot of disturbing between Han people and the nomadic tribes. That's why the emperors of Ming built the wall here to keep them away. But the wall was not exactly the boundary of China. No, just a military defense. It's still far to the northern one. Okay, so the major purpose was to keep nomadic tribes away. Then a few soldiers guarded on the wall. When the enemy came here, they would fight with them to defend Beijing, this area. Okay, so that's the main purpose. But this one was from Ming Dynasty, not from Qing. The last dynasty was from Qing Dynasty. Qing was Manchurian, Manchu people. Bare head in front, in the back there is a big tail. When you watch TV or a movie like that, okay, they were Manchurian people. They were out of Great Wall. They came into invade inside of the Great Wall. So the emperors of Qing realized the Great Wall was not useful anymore for them. So in Qing, they never built the Great Wall anymore. They built more temples, Buddhist temples or Lama temples, instead of building the Great Wall. They wanted to use religion to unite people. Understand? So that's why in Qing Dynasty there are many Buddhist temples were put here, across China, you can say. So the Great Wall finished at Ming. So the one we are going to visit was from Ming 600 years ago. Just remember that one. It's okay, very simple one. How long is the Great Wall? 6,200. Yeah. How many years ago? This one. Today we're going to visit. How many years ago it was? 600. 600 years ago. So that's basic information. After New China was founded, we also, restored a few sections of the Great Wall. The Great Wall 6,200 is impossible, not necessary for us to repair them whole. Impossible. 95% of the wall was already destroyed by nature, earthquake, rain, something like that. Okay, only 5% we restored them, repaired them, offered to the tourists. Okay, so Beijing is the closest one for tourists to visit. Very easy. That's why we choose here. So the Great Wall there. Later, when you climb the Great Wall, the speed like this. 1, 2, 3, like this speed. You just use the 30 minutes, you can reach the very top one. The top tower with a roof on the top, you can turn back, take a very nice view of the valley, the mountain there. take pictures, come down another half an hour. Usually 1 hour, 1.5 hours is enough for you. Okay, let's see when we get there what time. Is it start or not? I'm still waiting for the information. Of course, when you get there, when we get inside, also you can buy some souvenir, like the certificate. You take a good picture. There is a different souvenir there from the Great Wall there. Okay. So, any question from you, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen? No. Thank you. Take a rest. I think we need another 15 minutes, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Thank you.